From claiming vocal perfection was too good to be real to suspicions of prearranged results. These were the times when talent show contestants got accused of cheating, beginning with Aida Nikolaichuk from X Factor Ukraine Season 3, who walked onto the stage as a 29-year-old cashier with a voice so powerful and technically flawless that the judges literally couldn't believe what they were hearing.
Здравствуйте, Аида.
Здравствуйте.
Что вы нам споете?
Полину Гагарину.
She performed a challenging ballad with runs, control, and emotional depth that professionals spend decades trying to master. But halfway through her performance, the judges started to doubt her actual voice. Judge Igor Kondratyuk stopped her completely. He accused her of lip-syncing because her voice was simply too perfect to be real. The audience gasped as the tension filled the room. Aida looked confused and hurt, but the judges demanded proof. They asked her to sing a cappella right there on the spot without any music or backing track. Without hesitation, Aida delivered an impromptu performance that was equally stunning. Hitting every note with precision and power. The judges and audience erupted in applause, realizing they had just witnessed genuine, extraordinary talent.
Замечательно. Вас потому, что я не поверил своим ушам. Мне показалось, что вы поете под фонограмму.
She went on to win X Factor Ukraine Season 3 in 2012, but that moment of being accused of cheating became one of the most viewed auditions in talent show history, proving that sometimes being too good can work against you. Another contestant who faced serious accusations was Stefano Bronzato from Italia's Got Talent, a magician who won the competition with a card trick performance that looked oddly familiar to anyone who had watched America's Got Talent. Sharp-eyed viewers immediately recognized that Stefano's entire routine was nearly identical to Shin Lim's award-winning act from AGT 2018, right down to the setup, the card manipulations, and even the dramatic reveals. When Stefano performed what appeared to be the exact same routine on Italia's Got Talent, the magic community erupted with accusations. Online forums dissected the performance frame by frame, pointing out the similarities that went far beyond coincidence or homage. The card sequences, the timing, the musical cues, even the way he interacted with judges were carbon copies of Shin's work. Shin Lim had won AGT Season 13 with his revolutionary close-up card magic that combined technical skill with theatrical presentation, using sleight of hand so smooth it looked like actual magic. Critics called it blatant plagiarism, arguing that Stefano had stolen Shin Lim's intellectual property and passed it off as his own original creation. Despite winning the Italian competition, Stefano's victory was forever tarnished by the controversy. The incident raised important questions about originality in talent competitions and whether winning with someone else's act should even count as a legitimate achievement. Paul Zerdin from America's Got Talent Season 10 faced similar accusations when he won the competition in 2015 with his ventriloquist act.
My name is Paul Zerdin.
Paul was a professional ventriloquist from the UK who had been performing for years, and his technical skill was undeniable.
Got talent, look, who are these people? These are the judges, they're staring, it's rude.
He performed with multiple puppets, creating elaborate comedic scenarios that showcased his ability to throw his voice and create distinct character personalities. However, during his semi-finals performance, eagle-eyed viewers noticed that one of his routines bore a striking resemblance to an act performed by ventriloquist Ron Lucas in Las Vegas back in 2006. During his performance, Paul Zerdin brought Judge Howie Mandel on stage and fitted him with a remote-controlled prosthetic jaw device, making Howie appear to say funny things and dance to an Irish tune by operating the mechanical jaw.
Now stop touching me! What? Get away! What? Stop touching me! What do you mean I'm not touching? Get away!
The routine involved similar character interactions, similar jokes, and similar physical comedy beats that seemed too coincidental to ignore.
Why not? Because I don't have any elastic. What does that mean? I have no way to put it on her head. I'll nail it to her head.
Lucas had performed the routine as part of his long-running Vegas show, and fans of ventriloquism recognized the borrowed material immediately. Online discussions exploded with accusations that Paul had copied Ron's material without credit or permission. Paul's defenders argued that ventriloquism has common tropes and that similar ideas can develop independently in the entertainment world. Critics countered that the similarities were too specific and too numerous to be accidental. Next, Adam Keeler from Britain's Got Talent became the center of a plagiarism scandal when comedy duo Raymond and Timkins publicly accused him of stealing their entire routine. Adam stepped onto the stage to perform comedic letter act in which he pulled various cutout letters from a bag and assembled them to spell amusing phrases.
Beyond the sea.
Keeler performed a comedic act that viewers immediately recognized as nearly identical to material that Raymond and Timkins had developed and performed for years. The original duo claimed that Britain's Got Talent producers had actually approached them multiple times, asking them to appear on the show, but they had declined each invitation. Then, to their shock and anger, they watched someone else perform their routine on the very show they had turned down. The similarities weren't just in the concept, but in specific jokes, timing, physical comedy beats, and even the structure of the performance. The controversy gained significant traction when Judge David Walliams publicly tweeted his support for the original comedians. The incident raised serious questions about the vetting process for talent shows and whether producers have a responsibility to verify that acts are original before putting them on television. Keeler's advancement in the competition became a source of controversy rather than celebration, with many viewers feeling that stolen material shouldn't be rewarded regardless of how well it was performed. The story shifts to Avenue. A boy band competing on X Factor UK faced accusations of cheating that struck at the heart of what talent competitions claim to represent: discovering new talent. As the group progressed through the competition, investigative viewers and journalists began digging into their background. What they discovered contradicted the narrative the show was presenting. Avenue wasn't a group of undiscovered hopefuls trying to break into the music industry. They already had professional management representation and, more damning, one or more members had existing recording contracts with established labels. By allowing a group that already had industry connections and contracts to compete, the show was accused of creating an unfair playing field. As the controversy unfolded, Judge Louis Walsh had no choice but to disqualify Avenue from the X Factor UK.
Guys, you broke the rules and you stopped somebody else getting in the competition. Guys, you're disqualified from the competition. You lied to me.
The scandal raised fundamental questions about the authenticity of talent competitions and whether the discovery narrative these shows sell to audiences is often more fiction than reality.